at the 49-yard line. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here you go over there. Stop it.
Throwing now, Wilson.
Oh, come on. What's that? But I ain't gonna going backwards like that.
Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck to Forrest Buckner. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down, escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Bro, that's crazy. How you suck me into the...
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy. McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
It's a room to maneuver, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempted from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. He'll bite, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Out of the gun, here's Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. At their own 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's got some space here. Trotty. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 49 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Good job. Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's go. Good job.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Seahawks take over. Let's go. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Has to get it on 3rd down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We haven't seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
You let him off the block like that, man.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start the drive with Lynch. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. On 2nd and 9, Wilson being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
51 to mine. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy on the flat.
So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here we go.
Why didn't let me freeze you, bro? What the fuck? Oh, wow.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
I don't know.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
13 seconds.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Garoppolo.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
13.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They will run again with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
I'm not trying to go into overtime with you, man.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Yes.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Flushed out right, and that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got it. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What you want, Blazer?
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And the pressure gets to him again. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man complete. A gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
pretty good today. I won all my rank games.
Now this
We hate him call me out and then not
pick up there 26 yards.
What you playing?
Line of scrimmage
what's his face?
31 now on 1st and 10.
It's about to be over. You called me out. I'm on here now. Oh, you got that up. So please
Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf.
Don't you play Wildcat, bro,
That's
my
good for
man.
28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they
What's the
are.
score
To me,
looking
it'd be
like
like
over there,
playing
bro?
basketball, and you put up a token press.
For me?
Make sure you get up there and make them
Yeah,
beat
he
up some
getting
time.
right
Make
now.
it a little bit of resistance
They beat the
so they
12
can't
right
just
now.
run it right down your throat.
You in that damn Wildcat, boy.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
It's flawed in this
Only
game, to
3
be
yards
honest.
there on the completion. That'll lead to a
That's
third
just
and goal.
I had a lot of
Way
testing.
back
I had a lot of
inside their
testing.
own 5.
I
Now
can't.
for the capper. 3rd and goal.
I just scored
Wilson,
again.
and he will
But
score. Touchdown,
I like him,
Seattle.
Fuck
From
me, so
a
he
yard
beat that
out.
damn
And the
D-line, man.
Seahawks are able to close the gap
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bit.
Now
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
But it's all good. We're in Sunny Days, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got to
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Hey, Rania, you remember Mitch Kegler, right? On Spring Valley? You remember Mitch, bro?
Everybody got away, yeah.
I added him to the group.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Let's go
This is
foul.
fielded a couple yards deep.
Iman, who you playing?
And
Little
all
brother.
that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and
Is that
that's the
what?
25-yard
Little
line.
brother. Oh, go ahead and send it. I'm gonna get my message you in.
Oh,
So go ahead and send it, man. Get
The
my rematch.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Everybody got
49ers now going to use the
away,
first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this time, Garoppolo throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, here we go. 20!
I'm back to do the same thing. Same exact thing.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40.
let's go foul.
Emmanuel Sanders, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 71 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Yeah, I got it coming on
His
this.
fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have.
I'll call Iman.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
I'm still in the game. I'm leaving the game now.
Extra
I just had
point
to
up
touchdown real
and through
quick.
by Myers.
Y'all still lost.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But
Help is on the
still,
way.
all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make
Good
any
game,
sense
my
to
G.
me. I know that people have explained
Yeah,
before.
good game,
Well,
man.
play it all the way
You some
through.
shit to that Wildcat, I
Come
must
on,
say.
this thing was done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner,
making people
Charles
believe us,
Davis, and
man.
all the hard-working men and women on our
Right,
crew,
he still
I'm
bleed,
Brandon
but I can still
Gaudin.
beat
You've been
you.
watching the NFL right
Right,
here.
Ken, but
on
I'm-
EA
You
Sports.
gave me plenty of opportunity.
From Seattle,
You gave me plenty of
so long,
opportunity. I just had a lot of
everybody.
turnovers, man. He gave me plenty of opportunity. Cowboys. Let's go. Maybe be able to move around too, though.
Let's go. Good job.
Okay, let's rock with him. But let's run.
Come on,
Let's
Kyle.
go. Good stuff.
Let's run.
You try me like that, man. I know I gotta make you respect my D. I know. We're the approved Falcons, man. We too quick for all that, bro. Hey, what's that? That's my
Boy, love them Falcons.
Oh yeah, man. I done juiced up my defense too, bro.
This nigga hit character, bro. I swear.
You say that all that time, man. I always come.
Why hear you say that again? And then you got blown out. I heard you say the same thing. You boosted your defense or whatever. It's
He
top
got
defense,
imagination, man.
Next game you got blown out. They said the next game you got blown out. Next game.
Nah. I mean, it's Brian. The only person beating me is Brian Bright, bro.
What?
And Ace Boogie.
And Wildcat.
And Ace Boogie. Oh, don't forget them names
Live
right
stream.
there.
I blew that nigga like 36-0 on his live stream.
I'll take that, Steve.
Let's see. I made these noodles, man. I had dipped that damn teriyaki sauce and soy sauce in the water. Shit, that motherfucker hit.
Bro, what? Oh, man. Come on! See, the only person I lost to today was Brian. I beat Avir. Eric. I lost to Eric first time. Come on! I beat Avir, now I'm about to beat
donut, ain't it, bro?
Huh?
Brian gave you a donut, ain't it?
Who?
Brian.
Ryan?
Said Brian had you eating Krispy Kreme donuts.
Hey, you went out there to Dollar Engagement, bro?
Yeah, I was out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was nice though, man.
Yeah, it looked real nice, man. So, online. Thank you.
Who you know? Oh,
Get
Ryan.
the fuck out of here, bro. You know what that
Yeah,
pissed me off.
Ryan. Spanicus.
Nah, I don't know nothing.
He was down there at the wedding too when I
I
was.
should be incompletion, not your though.
Yeah,
The way he
right?
threw it bad though. It was
Fonzo
good
wedding
read
in
though.
Miami.
I mean, Fonzo, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dennis, look at this!
I think he
I
went
don't know how he got on top of that either.
to Indonesia when he went.
Shoot, Ryan doing a big thing. He got a black car and everything, man.
He sliding out.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan be making that money, man. He been a hustler.
He's wide open right across the middle. Nah, I fucked it over.
I don't think he been serious about his business, his money, man. Since I know him.
I don't know which way the nigga was going. Fuck dude.
Good job. Good stuff.
Turn around, nigga! This dumbass nigga runs all the way to me. What the fuck?
Get him, Steve.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my adjustments, bro.
What the fuck?
What about 4? Yeah, I could. Or I could play Madden and whip y'all asses. Which one y'all want? Y'all want Madden or Call of Duty? Alright, I'm gonna go over there right now. Send invite.